That product of the USA ham with a proud American flag? It's Spanish pork in disguise. Get ready because that's just the first of 15 secrets Lidl doesn't want you to know. Imagine this. It's December of 2025. An American farmer walks into their local Lidl for some groceries. They grab a package of ham from the shelf, and right on the front, there's a proud American flag and a quote "one" label. But when they flip it over, the country of origin says Spain. Spanish pork is essentially wearing an American flag like a Halloween costume. This very scandal erupted across Europe, triggering government investigations into 46 stores. The Minister of Agriculture personally ordered the inspections, and this is just one of 15 secrets that will forever change how you see Lidl. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand why your shopping cart always feels heavier than it should, even when you only came in for 3 items. First, let's talk about the hidden language of the price tags. Every price tag at Lidl speaks a secret language, one specifically designed to trick your brain. When you see a price ending in 99 cents, like $2.99 or $4.99, your mind instinctively reads it as $2 or $4, automatically rounding down. This psychological pricing technique has been boosting sales for decades. Your brain processes $2.99 as belonging in the quote, _2 _, even though it's just 1 cent away from $3. This happens on a subconscious level, and you can't stop it, even when you know it's happening. Those bright yellow signs screaming special offer or price drop are often deceiving you. Consumer protection organizations have documented cases where Lidl raises prices for a couple of weeks before a sale, then drops them back to the original level and calls it a discount. You think you're saving money, but you're actually paying exactly what the product cost before. For every dollar you think you're saving, you end up spending $3 on unplanned items because the illusion of a good deal puts you in a shopping mood. Their price comparisons against competitors are also carefully cherry-picked to make Lidl look superior. They'll take the most expensive products from premium supermarkets like Whole Foods and contrast them with their own prices. They never compare themselves to other discount stores like Aldi, where the prices might be similar or even lower. In June of 2025, financial journalists uncovered pricing errors on tags, where the price per package and the price per pound showed the exact same number. A pork shoulder was priced at $17.54 for the package and $17.54 per pound. Fish fillets were listed at $25 for both measurements after a supposed markdown. Consumer advocacy groups confirmed these labeling violations after an investigation. Lidl's official response was to call it quote _5 _. A single mistake is human, but a consistent pattern is a choice. Second is the trap of the middle aisle. That center aisle, overflowing with weekly specials, has absolutely nothing to do with groceries. You'll find power tools, clothing, kitchen gadgets, and all sorts of random electronics that change every single week. This zone is strategically placed right between the entrance and the essential items you actually need, like milk, bread, and eggs. You are forced to walk through it. There's simply no other way to get to the back of the store. As you pass through this quote 6, your brain switches into bargain hunting mode, and the dopamine starts to flow. You begin thinking about all the great deals you might find instead of focusing on your shopping list. That's the part Lidl will never tell you about. Their profit margin on a power drill or a winter jacket from that middle aisle is massive compared to their grocery items. A single impulse buy from the center aisle generates more profit than your entire cart of vegetables. Many of these products are manufactured specifically for discount stores using cheaper materials. That power drill might last for one project. Those boots might survive a single season. The initial savings vanish when you have to replace things twice as often. 3. Ghost products in the brand name game. Lidl's private label products often come from the exact same factories as the well-known brands. Same recipe, same production line, different label. This saves you money, and that part is true. The dark side emerges when something goes wrong. When a Lidl product is recalled for contamination or safety issues, Tracking down the actual manufacturer becomes nearly impossible. The label only lists Lidl as the distributor. No factory name, no producer information. The recalls get buried on government websites instead of being posted prominently in the stores. The quality of these quote 7 can change without any warning. Lidl switches suppliers while keeping the exact same packaging and product name. The cookies you loved last month might taste completely different now because they're from a different factory. You only find out after you've opened the package at home. In 2013, lab tests discovered horse meat mixed into Lidl's beef products across Europe. Lasagna burgers and other items contained undisclosed horse DNA. The products were recalled, but the source of the contamination remained unclear because the supply chain was so heavily concealed. 4. The weekly flyer trap. Those weekly promotional flyers use psychological manipulation that's been perfected over decades. Lidl advertises genuine loss leader deals in extremely limited quantities. You drive to the store for that specific offer. It's sold out 30 minutes after opening. Now you're standing in the store. What do? You buy the more expensive alternative. Lidl knows this will happen. It's a classic bait and switch. The advertised specials are strategically placed next to full-price complimentary items. Your brain gets fixated on the savings from that one product and stops paying attention to everything else that lands in your cart. One customer described this frustration perfectly. A butter promotion advertised as __quote, _8 turned out to be a one-day-only deal, even though the flyer implied it ran all week. People made special trips just to discover the promotion had already ended. They bought the butter anyway at full price. The store won. 5. The illusion of freshness. That fruit and vegetable section, with its misting systems and vibrant colors, is designed to trigger specific responses in your brain. But many of those products are already several days old by the time they hit the shelves. Those bagged salads are stored in modified atmosphere packaging, filled with special gases that slow down decay. The moment you open that bag at home, the clock starts ticking, and it ticks fast. You might have 2 days, maybe 3, before it turns into a brown, slimy mess. The fruit is often picked while it's still green and then treated with ethylene gas to force it to ripen during transport. The result is a tomato that looks perfectly red but tastes like cardboard. There's an even sneakier trick happening right above your head. Supermarkets like Aldi and Trader Joe's use special lighting over their product displays. Warm, reddish-tinted lights make the meat look more vibrant and fresh. Cool, bluish tones make the fish look like it just came off the boat. You're not seeing the actual quality. You're seeing a carefully staged performance designed to bypass your better judgment. 6. The psychology of product placement. Every single inch of shelf space is governed by a calculated formula designed to make you spend more. The most expensive products, the big-name brands, are placed right at eye level, which is where you automatically look first. The budget-friendly store brands and generic options, they're hidden on the bottom shelf, where you have to crouch down, or on the top shelf, where you have to stretch. Studies show that a staggering 80% of shoppers just grab the first product they see at eye level. Stores like Kroger and Safeway place their highest margin items exactly in your line of sight. And notice how essential items like milk, yogurt, and eggs are always at the very back of the store? That's intentional. You have to walk past dozens, sometimes hundreds, of other products just to get to them. Every step of that journey exposes you to temptations that weren't on your shopping list. The shopping carts themselves are deliberately oversized. An empty cart creates a subtle, psychological discomfort. Your brain instinctively wants to fill it. A bigger cart means you'll almost always buy more, often without even realizing you've gone way over your original plan. 7. The multi-pack trap. Those quote 9 or quote 10 deals feel like an incredible value. But more often than not, the price of a single item was quietly inflated right before the promotion started. You end up paying the normal price for 2 items while being forced to take a third one you might not even need. And what happens to many of those extra items? They go to waste. That third carton of yogurt expires in the back of your fridge. You've effectively thrown away both your money and perfectly good food. These offers prey on your fear of missing out, or FOMO. Your brain panics at the thought of losing a deal, even when the deal itself is an illusion. Meanwhile, you're stocking up at home while the supermarket already has your cash. One analysis showed that multi-pack promotions rarely save you money compared to just buying what you actually need when you need it. 8. The people handling your food. This is happening right now, and it affects every single product you buy. The employees who stock the shelves and handle the food at discount grocery chains are often working under intense pressure. Lidl has faced numerous penalties across Europe for labor law violations, including unpaid overtime and excessive demands on shift workers. Here in the United States, regulators have documented repeated instances of worker rights infringements. So why should you care about the working conditions of these employees? A stressed-out worker rushing through impossible tasks is going to make mistakes. They'll overlook expiration dates and skip cleaning protocols. The quality control you expect simply can't exist when staff are struggling just to keep up. There's also an ethical dimension to consider. Every dollar you spend supports a system where employees are fighting to make ends meet, while the corporation reports billions in profit. Those low prices have to come from somewhere, and often they come at the expense of the very people handling your food. 9. Organic products that barely make the cut. Lidl's organic lines offer prices that are much lower than what you'd find at specialty stores like Whole Foods. The reason for this isn't just efficiency. Many of these products meet only the bare minimum certification requirements allowed by law. While they're technically organic according to regulations, they often fall far short of the standards upheld by dedicated organic grocers. Some of these organic items are sourced from countries with less stringent inspection systems. It seems the organic label travels much better than the actual oversight. Then there's the packaging problem. You buy organic thinking you're helping the environment, only to get home and find layers of plastic wrap around everything. We're talking single bananas on plastic trays. Organic produce wrapped in more packaging than its conventional counterparts is just greenwashing disguised as an ethical choice. 10. The strategy of artificial urgency. Those signs screaming quote 12 or quote 13 are designed to make your heart beat a little faster. You feel a sudden pressure to buy right now or risk losing the deal forever. But here's the secret. Most of these quote 14 offers come back on a regular basis. The urgency is completely manufactured, but the stress you feel is very real. When people believe they have limited time to decide, they make poor choices. They grab things they don't really need. They skip the quick mental math that would reveal the deal isn't all that special. Seasonal products exploit the same psychology. You find yourself buying holiday-themed items months in advance, thinking you're being savvy. In reality, Lidl gets your money in September for things you won't use until December. They're earning interest on your early payment while the products just sit in your garage. 11. The loyalty card that tracks everything. The Lidl Plus app promises savings and rewards, but the real value is flowing in the opposite direction. Every single purchase, every product, every timestamp, every location, it all gets logged. Lidl is building a comprehensive profile of your shopping behavior. What you buy, when you buy it, how much you spend, and what triggers your impulse purchases. Algorithms analyze this mountain of data to construct a detailed psychological profile of you, personally. Then they send you customized offers specifically designed to get you to spend more. These aren't just random coupons. They're precisely targeted temptations based on your own habits, engineered to exploit your weaknesses and maximize your spending. They're calculated based on exactly how much they know you'll pay before walking away. These discounts feel like a personal reward, but they're carefully calibrated to extract the maximum amount of money from you while making you feel special and valued. 12. Deceptive competitor comparisons. Major discount grocers love to post signs showing how much cheaper they are than the competition, but these comparisons are incredibly cherry-picked. They only select products where they have a significant price advantage, often comparing themselves to the most expensive mainstream supermarkets while completely ignoring other discount chains. They never show you a full shopping cart comparison because they know they'd lose. In categories like fresh bakery bread, certain deli items, and some cuts of meat, traditional supermarkets like Kroger or Safeway are often less expensive. The competitor prices displayed on these comparison signs are also not always up to date. Sometimes they use outdated prices or pull a number from a single, notoriously expensive urban location to make the savings look more dramatic. Consumer advocacy groups have filed complaints about these misleading comparative advertising tactics, but the practice continues because proving systematic deception is a difficult, uphill battle, even when everyone knows what's really going on. 13. So-called quote_15 quote products that barely make the cut. Products with special labels, like quote_16 quote, or those with regional certifications, command higher prices because they supposedly represent a tradition of quality. Yet discount grocers often sell these certified products at suspiciously low prices. How is that even possible? It turns out the regulations are full of loopholes. A cheese can carry a protected designation of origin even if it's made from lower-grade milk, as long as it technically meets the bare minimum processing requirements. A cured ham can get a protected status from pigs raised in factory farm conditions, as long as the aging process takes place within the right geographical zone. These stores buy the products that sit at the absolute bottom of the legally acceptable quality spectrum and then sell them as if they're equivalent to the premium, artisan versions. You're paying extra for a sticker that makes you believe you're getting top-tier quality, but in reality, you're just getting the legal minimum. 14. The online flash sales that don't really exist. Those exclusive, quote, 17 deals you see on the website or in the app look absolutely incredible, right? But just try going to the store to actually buy one. Whoops, they're already gone. The inventory for these online specials is often extremely limited, sometimes selling out in just minutes. It's a marketing gimmick, not a genuine stock offer. While you're hunting for that impossible-to-get online deal, you browse other products, create an account, and hand over your email and personal information. The store got exactly what it wanted, your data and your engagement, even though you couldn't buy the advertised product. That flash sale was never really meant for you to win. It was designed to pull you deeper into their marketing ecosystem. 15. The real truth behind those rock-bottom prices. Here's the final secret, the one that ties everything else together. Those low prices don't come from some magical business model or superior efficiency. They come from a long chain of compromises that starts in the farm field and ends on your dinner plate. Suppliers are squeezed on payments, so they're forced to pay their workers less. Farmers are pressured to sell their crops below the cost of production, and some are driven into bankruptcy. And ultimately, quality suffers because everyone in the supply chain is forced to cut corners on ingredients and processes to meet those impossibly low price points. Staffing gets cut so the lines get longer and the shelves look messier. Somebody always pays the price for those low costs. When you save $1 at the register, where did that dollar really come from? It came from the quality of the product, or the workers' wages, or the farmer's profits, or the environmental standards. American hog farmers made this crystal clear during the big ham scandal a while back. They're forced to sell their animals for less than $2 a pound, while imported Spanish